Hi, good afternoon. I am Mike Thorpe, and I am the owner and founder of Warren Michaels Digital Marketing Company. I wanted to take a minute and shoot this video today for YouTube and just tell you a little bit about Warren Michaels Digital Marketing Company, how we can help you with your search engine optimization and stuff like that. So we built our first website, or I built my first website back in 2012, and I've been staying in it ever since. We officially opened up Warren Michaels Digital Marketing Company a couple years back, and been going gangbusters ever since. We are located in Houston, Texas, and we do lawyer SEO, attorney SEO. Again, that's lawyer SEO, attorney SEO, and then of course when somebody calls, we'll help other people as well, depending on the situation and stuff like that. But our primary focus is digital marketing and SEO for attorneys and lawyers and law firms. So I got into SEO a while ago only because of my current clients. So as it presented itself, as I explained, we were building websites back in 2012, and we had built websites ever since. Mostly in the home services, construction, trade, stuff like that, helping up the small businesses and guys getting a professional website up. So as they would call me back over the years and say, hey, I need this added, I need this changed, stuff like that. I would talk to them and say, hey, how's it going? Just stuff like that. And they would complain about their current SEO guy or current SEO company they were working with. They weren't getting any ground. They felt like they were throwing money out the window. So I said, oh, like my teenage daughter, right? So just chucking that money out the window. So very similar story. So I decided to start poking around a little bit and investigate it a little bit further. And I couldn't believe how much bad SEO was out there back then, and even today it's even worse. What's changed in the digital marketing world in the last 24 months is just phenomenal. Got a bunch of guys living in mom's basement calling themselves agencies and stuff like that. So very few of them have an office or any team members at all. Like I said, there's kind of solo guys working out of mom's basement or an apartment somewhere and stuff like that. So so I decided, you know what, I could definitely help out my current clients already. So I called up a couple of my longest standing clients and said, hey, let's go ahead and do this. Obviously it's going to take me a while to figure out which way's up, right? Do it the right way and learn and stuff like that. So gave them a drastically reduced price. And I am proud to say we are a couple weeks away from 2022, and not one single client have I not been able to put on page one. So not one. So every single person that's hired me for SEO, I have put them on page one, and I say that very proudly. I am ultra competitive and very analytical, so I love chasing and playing games with Google and figuring out that algorithm, right? And figuring out what's going to not only help your SEO, but your brand and your marketing, and how can we truly make a company grow. So that's how we got into SEO, and that's where we are now in 2022. So I think the things that separate us from every other SEO agency out there is, number one, I've been doing this for a while. Most of the guys that you talk to, if you ask them to show you examples of customers or clients that they put on page one, they can't. Or number two, they're just going to flat out lie, pick a website and say, oh, this is my client, and I put them on page one. You go to check out their reviews, and they don't have any. Or they all sound fake, and you know what I mean, right? Like, just fake reviews. So, unfortunately, they're everywhere nowadays. So, I'm also proud that my reviews are 100% real. So, that matters as well. But that's what the market is right now, currently. So things that separate us from all the SEO gurus or all the supposed experts, right, that have never ranked anybody on page one, are just out there. Growing up, I grew up on a farm. And the reason I tell you that is it reminds me of a big cattle operation, right? A big milking barn. So right now, lawyers especially, there is so much bad SEO out there. Lawyers, roofers, it's just everywhere. But you guys are being lined up in the barn. They're pulling the milk from you every single month, which is the money, right? And you're just not getting anywhere. You're giving them the milk, but you're not getting anything back. You're barely getting fed any hay or alpha, any of the good stuff. So you're just not getting it. So number one, I think that's the biggest thing that separates us is every single one of our customers, I am proud to say, is on page one. So number one. Number two, there's these really big SEO agencies out there that take on hundreds of clients. Hundreds. Think about that. Hundreds. Okay. There's approximately 4 billion websites out on the internet right now. Okay. So let me ask you this. So if you hire an SEO agency and they're one of the biggest, so you go for the biggest, the best, right? Which is not the case, trust me, and you'll learn why here in a minute, along with some of my other YouTube videos talking about golden handcuffs. So you need to watch that video, golden handcuffs, very important. But let me ask you, so I don't know if you've ever counted. So the first part of a Google page, right, is the paid ads up at the top. Then you got the map pack. There's only 3 spots there, sometimes 4, depending on the market. And then there's 10 organic spots, okay? So organic ranking, and that's what I'm talking about today, there's only 10 spots. So these agencies that are taking on hundreds of law firms and lawyers and solo practices and stuff like that, let me ask you something. How do you think they're choosing who gets to show up on page one? So if they have 10 lawyers, 20 lawyers all in the same city, you should be asking yourself, well, how do I get to page one? Right? And so you're being milked. So I am proud to say I only take on 2 clients per city in the area of practice. So 2 personal injury attorneys, 2 family law, business litigation, criminal, the myriad, right? And I only take on 2. The reason why is because out of the 10 spots organically, it is competitive, is it not? Right? So to get on the first page, you're going to have 2 or 3 spots with big national firms that are spending millions of dollars a year in marketing. So are you going to be able to compete with that? Am I going to be able to? As much as I like to tell you I'm the best thing since sliced bread, I can't compete with millions of dollars when they're throwing millions of dollars into their marketing, SEO campaigns, stuff like that. Do you really think you're going to come out as a new lawyer 5 years, a couple years in and compete with these guys? Not at the beginning, right? So I usually only do 2 spots because number one, again, I've never had a client not put on page one. So I want to make sure it's a battle I can win. I just don't take it to take it. Got better stuff to do than that. I'm sure you do as well. But page one, right? So out of the 10 spots, you figure 2 or 3 of them are taken on by the big national firms that are, spending millions of dollars a year. So we need to start somewhere and work our way up. So in other words, nobody's just going to come in and swing the bat and put you in page one, or they'll put you on page one, but the number 1 spot is what I'm referring to. So anybody that promises you the number 1 spot, you should run. Yeah, there's no way to guarantee anybody a number 1 spot because the Google algorithms change so often that there's just no way for me to tell. Like all this year in 2021, Google's been changing the algorithm pretty much every single month since July. We're in December and they just got done like 4 days ago, I think, they put out the final announcement that they're done for the year. So think about that, trying to keep up with their algorithm month after month for, 4 or 5 months in a row. So you just can't promise number 1 spot. So if you get that, do that. But you should be able to get to first page, right? Next, open communication. Anytime you pick up the phone and want to talk to somebody, you may get a voicemail, but within a very short amount of time, you're going to get a call back that day, right? We do not make our customers or clients wait. You get a monthly report from third-party sources. In other words, this just isn't us telling you what we did. We actually shoot a video, much like I'm doing now, showing you everything we did for you for that month. So that way, the problem with SEO is it's a little bit elusive, right? Not everybody. Just like if you started getting technical with me on the legal side of it, I'd be the deer in the headlights. So it's probably very similar for you guys when it comes to websites, SEO, search engine optimization, same thing as SEO, but stuff like that, digital marketing, right? So we explain it without all the geek speak and keep that line of communication open in a video showing you what's done every single month. Next is, I already explained, we only take on to 2 clients per city. We truly care. We understand that our only job when you hire us is to bring in more revenue, more cases for you in your business, right? Again, I mentioned earlier, I'm ultra competitive. So if I don't win, it just burns me. So we strive, and I am proud to say that everybody that's on my team, we strive day after day to bring in more cases and actually help you grow. It is our firm philosophy that if we help you grow, then we grow, because you can't say enough good things about us, just like my reviews. So we truly care about you, whether you're solo practice, whether you're a firm, whether you're just getting started, whatever the case may be. Give me a call. Let's talk. Let's figure out how we can help you grow. Not everybody wants to grow in the same direction. Hey, Mike, I just want couple cases. Some people want, no, I want you to blow this up as big as you can. Whatever the case may be, you need to know, right? So I think that's the biggest thing. One of the biggest things that separate us as well is we truly care about you and your practice. And it doesn't matter whether you're the small guy or the big guy. We're going to care about everybody, and we're going to make sure that we get you where you want to be. And it's not where we want you to be, it's where you want to be. And we're going to have an open line of communication and do it the right way. So that's all I can tell you, I think, about Warren Michaels. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to give us a call at 832-694-1145. That's 832-694-1145. And again, my name is Mike. I'm the owner and founder, and myself or any of my team members are always willing here to help you, and would truly appreciate your business. Thank you.